It's Chris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmesurge. Head to cosmesurge.com.
Let's roll it.
Okay.
We're back.
Oh, we are.
Now, this episode, Caroline Stanbury is going to hold the microphone a little bit closer.
I'm learning, everybody. I'm so sorry. But I'm used to how do you say it? Gesticulating with my hands. Clearly you're not.
No.
And I need to wave them. But,
I know, but it's a pod. I mean, people are watching it on YouTube, but it's also a podcast where people are just listening to us. What are you wearing?
Not a lot, actually.
No, I know. I feel like every day. My kids are in this house. I got to tell them, run upstairs, kids. Honey, Caroline's coming around.
I'm wearing Jacquemus and Fendi boots. What are you wearing, Chris? Your gym
Well, I've
gear.
just come straight from the gym.
And you didn't even shower, by the way.
Listen.
You haven't. I can
This is
smell
still
you.
sweat. Yeah.
I can smell you from over
I think
here.
if we're talking about the gym, may as well just stay in my gym gear. I tell you what I am wearing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I just got this is not a product placement.
look
I got
cool.
these Under Armour shoes. When I put them on, I saw a Bluetooth logo on them, and I went, what? I turned my Bluetooth on. I've got Bluetooth on my shoes.
Why do you need Bluetooth?
I
on
have
your
no
shoes?
idea what they do yet. I think there must be an app, and then it must track how many steps and how fast you're going. So that's
Chris,
pretty.
you know that's a gimmick. We don't need to do all that stuff. So let's go
Okay.
into being 40, fabulous. Well, I'm 43 and fabulous, frankly, and getting the best body I've ever had at this stage of my life.
Good on you. I mean, that's it. Welcome to another episode. Chris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast. We have focused this one on sort of getting fit. The amount of questions that you get about your fitness regime
Every
is
day.
crazy. Every day, people asking how you do it, what do you do, what do you eat. I get a similar response on my fitness journey, where I've come and where I am right now. But I mean, you said it now. It's the fittest you've ever felt.
Yep.
At 43, huh?
43. And I got, it's coming out this week, actually, people. I've got my first ever front cover in a swimsuit.
Woo! I've seen it.
43, 3 kids. I mean,
Yeah, you're looking great. Well
thank
done.
you.
Well done. I mean, 3 kids. For us men, it's easier at 43. We haven't had to grow children. And
Harder to lose weight after a certain age, I think. Everything slows down.
Yeah.
And definitely, I don't know, when you're younger, also things sort of fly. If you didn't eat for 2 days, you'd be thin again.
it's so true.
Yeah.
I could go to the gym. When I was 21, 22, you could go to the gym for a week and come out with a 6-pack. Now I'm 39. I remember one of my mates told me, who was older than me, he said, when you hit about 35, things are a lot harder at the gym. And I remember being 28 at the time going, yeah, cool, man. And it was like a switch. When I hit that sort of 33, 34, 35, it did slow down.
Oh, I know. Your mother told me. She almost cried. I met his mother for the first time a few months ago, and her sort of face fell at the picture. She said she'd been away. I think she was in Australia, obviously, and you were here.
Yeah.
And she came to visit you for the first time, and a Teletubby walked down the stairs.
I think I put on 20.
And she didn't recognize you.
Yeah, I was a chubby kid, and then I went through a growth spurt, and then I was just normal, and then I was all right until I moved to Dubai, and then I don't know, moving to Dubai, new world, just eating. I started eating like crap, really.
I don't even understand how that happens. Here, I want to be so much healthier. I was in school, I was fatter. I've always had tiny little Humpty Dumpty legs, legs, and then I always put all my weight around my stomach.
Okay.
Which was great when I was pregnant because I didn't really look much different, but just with a
Sure.
bigger belly. But I think Dubai for me has kicked me into wanting to wear short shorts and wanting to wear bikinis.
Because of the weather?
Yeah. So I eat healthy.
Because in the UK, you're just cold. You're always in
Freezing.
tracksuit jeans.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I want to go to and have Chinese. I want Indian. I want all these things that you don't actually really find here, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there a great Chinese and Indian? No, not that
Here-
I know
we're
of.
here.
Yeah.
Chinese and Indian food.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's amazing Indian food.
Really?
Here.
You have to
60% of
take
the
me.
population is Indian.
I haven't found one great restaurant yet.
60% of the population of the UAE is Indian. Caroline's asking if there's any good Indian food here.
Well, Jem was looking for it too. It's
All
not
right, well,
I was on my own.
we're gonna take you to
Please take me.
an amazing Indian
I love
restaurant.
Indian.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. At the age of, so why are you the fittest at the age of 43? What are you doing differently that you hadn't done before?
I think you learn your body. Maybe hired a hot trainer, that helps.
Who is your trainer? I see him a lot on your Instagram.
Actually, I worked with, to be fair, I worked with another guy when I got here. He was also a bodybuilder, very, very big guy. And the thing is, I always go on, when I hire somebody to work for me, especially long term, I have to like the way they look.
100%.
You know, it's like a makeup artist with bad skin. I don't understand how you can have a makeup artist tell me what makeup to wear and she looks awful. So I had this big bodybuilder before, and it was never really my look, but, you know, he was ripped. So don't get me wrong. Like, he had a great body, you know, like really good body. So I was like, okay, I worked with him for a long time, but I wasn't really seeing the results. Like, I really didn't see myself. I've always wanted those lines on your arms, you know, like on your
tricep.
Exactly.
Okay.
And on the back of your arms, you know, as women, we get bingo
draw
rings.
lines on your arms as if you really want them, no.
No.
Okay.
Bingo wings. We get bingo wings. You know,
Sure.
everything wibbles. And I never wanted a six pack. So I don't want to look really ripped, but I want to look really good, like just toned. And this guy I met actually just by default. I asked the guy at the front if there was anyone else because my trainer and I parted ways. And he suggested this guy. And he just has a completely different way of training. First of all, he cut my cardio completely. I mean, we do like twice a week cardio for 20 minutes. That's it. Like before I was running.
Yeah, because I mean, I can tell that you don't need cardio.
No.
You have a good frame. You don't want to burn.
No.
When you do cardio, you're burning muscle, and you don't want to burn muscle.
No.
You want your muscle to come back.
Well, so you knew that.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
See how many women don't know that?
Yeah.
So like women, I find where I get all the questions aimed at me as well is like women, they go in there and they work 10 times harder than I do.
Yeah.
10 times harder. Going to that Barry's boot camp and all these things, which are great if you're that body shape. But
Sure.
for me, all it did was hurt my knees.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And like it killed me. But like other people thrive on it. And if you have more weight to lose, maybe it's a good kickstart. But for me, it just wasn't.
Can we throw a photo up now? If you're on YouTube and you're watching this, can we throw a photo up of Caroline pregnant, because that's massive.
It was massive.
Okay, so we're looking at that now. Wow, man. I mean, obviously a pregnant woman.
I was carrying twins.
Twins as well. Twins. When you see yourself, and if you're not watching this, we'll put up on the Instagram and that.
That
Chris and
actually
Caroline.
wasn't the worst part. The worst part for me was that because I had preeclampsia, so I even swelled up as well. So
What's preeclampsia?
It's where the babies sort of are killing you while they're growing inside you.
Jeez.
So they have to get them out quite fast, but you blow up like a balloon, which is why they were so early. But like, what happens is like, you know, remember you've seen 80-year-old women or 90-year-old women where their feet sort of go over the top of their shoes.
Yeah.
I had all of that. My nose spread out across my face.
Depressed?
I'm never depressed.
Oof, get that on a t-shirt.
I'm not depressed. I'm a happy-go-lucky person.
You are.
I was in pain. I was in pain and I was not feeling it. I wanted them out.
Would you ever think that you were never going to look like?
Oh God.
Would
yeah.
you like? Is my body going to come back? Because I know that, you know, women, you worry about stretch marks, as us men do, stretch marks and stuff like that. Like,
oh my
was that
God,
going
I
through your
just
head?
didn't even see how I was going to get small again. I was so big. Twins is another level, and I'm a small person. So yes, and also I thought my body would have been ravaged, you know, and I don't. You know, that's the amazing thing about women's bodies. And the thing is, you know, I haven't touched myself as in, you know, I thought about doing a tummy tuck and all this kind of stuff. No, I know, but I thought about it. I went to the doctor, and it involves so much that I was like,
a friend of mine did it. It's horrible.
yeah, it involves so much. I was saying, I'm going to do it the natural way. And, you know, as I said, if you get the right trainer, it really is a relationship with whoever's training you. And it could be, sometimes you have to try 2 or 3 different guys or girls.
Yep.
I've worked out with women. And so it's not that I didn't want to work out with women, but I just felt like women never pushed me hard enough. If it were.
There'll be some women trainer now going, all right.
Well, the 3 that I had, and I had a couple of 3 males. I had one guy, French guy, who I loved. He worked out with me all through my pregnancy. I had him for like 2-3 years. And this guy here, he's Serbian, and he's militant.
He's hot.
He's really hot. That does help.
That's
so when I'm
all
tired
yeah.
and I don't want to do any more, I still give him more. Because
But I would never want to train in front of a hot instructor, like a female.
do you know what it's
Because then they see all my...
scientific fact
Yeah.
that men train harder if you have a hot woman.
100%. Not a scientific fact. I can tell you right now, if you're on the treadmill or you're on a machine, a weight machine, and you are tired and thinking about going home, if a hot woman walks into the gym and is in your like area,
Yeah, you'll speed up.
treadmill speeding up, putting more weights on, it is 100% legit.
So what do you think I do with Luca every day?
Okay. All right. So when's that magazine cover coming out? From
Wednesday.
today? Okay. So it's out.
Yes.
Okay, can we put a photo, again, if you're on YouTube, follow us, Chris and Caroline on YouTube. Can we put the photo, the side-by-side right now of Caroline, pregnant twins, and this photo right now.
Yeah.
Because that is unbelievable. You watch now. If you can't see it as well, go to Instagram because we'll post it. But look at that. Amazing. Congratulations, because that's a lot of hard work.
It's really hard work. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm dedicated. I don't do it when I travel. I have to be honest. I give myself that time off, but I'm also running around and traveling anyway. And I don't think, you don't have to be that religious, and your body has a memory. Your muscles have a memory. So, it sort of pings back quite quickly. And everyone, I think, what's really important to know is that 98% of it is diet.
Yeah, food, right?
Totally.
80%. They say 80% in the kitchen, 20% at the gym, and I think that's 100%. I think that's true.
He always says, "I can give you a 6-pack, but if you're fat, it's going to be with a layer of fat under it."
Yes.
Over it, whatever it is.
Well, a lot of people go. Okay, so my journey was.
Your pictures are amazing. We should put one of Chris before, because just so we can have a laugh.
I was so fat. I didn't realize how fat I was. The heaviest I got was 128 kilos. And I don't know what that is in pounds. I think it's close to 380 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, can we do a conversion of 128 kilos into pounds? And it's funny because I never, and I talked to my friends and my family, or my friends particularly here.
Because it sneaks up on you.
They had no idea. Like, they knew that I was big, but they didn't realize. Now when we look back and we see those photos, okay, I was 100 off, 282 pounds. I didn't realize how much weight I put on, and I realized why I put it on. I think I was a little depressed at the time. I was working the longest, craziest hours. I wasn't in a great relationship at the time. My marriage wasn't fantastic.
Did you eat your feelings?
I felt like I just ate, especially Dubai. We've got every fast food joint you could possibly think of, and it's open 24/7 a day. If you want a Whopper delivered to you at 4 a.m. in the morning, it will come. If you want whatever you want.
But you do like that. I mean, I noticed in LA, I've got to be honest, you go to all of those fast food places.
I'm a fat person inside.
No, you're not. You look so good now.
No,
you
but
do.
I'm saying, but my mind's still fat.
You've got that V, Chris.
What? I had that V.
You've got the V.
But then listen, I went from 128 to 91 kilos. So that is, I don't know, 38 kilos of fat gone. I've now packed on another 10, and I'm okay with that. I do want to dump that again. But the way that I found, and one of the things we were talking about just now off this podcast, was having realistic goals, I think, is really important. Seeing people on Instagram, seeing people at the gym who have some of the most amazing bodies in the world. Now, not saying this to all of them, but a lot of people in the gym, and I learnt this the hard way, a lot of people in the gym are using steroids, enhancements, supplements. Not everyone, but there are a lot. So when I used to train at the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours a day nearly, like I was training hard to lose all that weight, sometimes I'd be like, I can't get all these little muscles going on. I can get a big bicep and I can get somewhat of a 6-pack, but I couldn't get that real definition. And it wasn't until some of the guys in the gym who use supplements would say to me, well, why don't you just get on some GH? You want some tests? You want some of this? You want some of that? And it was a whole new world. The trainers working at the gym that I was at were coming up to me, offering it to me.
No, they are. There are different types of trainers, and there's trainers that believe in that, all of that stuff, and there's other trainers that absolutely go, what is the point of having me if you're going to do that? Because basically, if you do that, you can go and train on your own and push 2 weights and you'll lose it anyway.
I used to see guys at the gym that I would train with, their body would transform in a month. 30 days, it was like a different body. But what the reason why I'm saying it is just to have it. Sometimes that can be depressive because you could be sweating it a lot in the gym and you're not getting the results as what you're seeing.
Also,
and you've just got to know that, not saying that they all are, but just be aware that some people are in that gym, maybe
that's like, competitive people do, look, it's just another level. But the women that you're talking about, it's a lot of those women are touched up by, Facetune,
yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. They, 2 seconds and you just swipe and give yourself a waist. I mean, we're all guilty of it. So, which is actually the interesting thing about my cover. Remember, I sent it to you before it was edited. Sure. And I'm actually, I'm going to put both.
I mean, really, I don't think it needs to be edited. I think
I was happy with it before, but I mean, obviously it's the front cover of a magazine. They're not going to edit it. But it'd be interesting to do the side by side. And so people can see both. And I'm going to post both of them because I was happy with the unedited version. But I think that, we're so used to, and all these glamour models and things like that, they give an unrealistic body form that doesn't exist. Well, look at the Kardashians and the bottoms. And
it's unbelievable.
You could work 80 hours a day in the gym and you would never get a bum
Get
like
that.
that.
What do you eat? So what do you consume? I'll tell you what
Okay.
I eat, then what you eat.
Well, you are all or nothing from what I see.
Yeah.
You're bird seed, or you literally live in a burger joint.
For me, if I wake up and I have a burger, or if I have a bad meal.
You wake up and have a burger?
No. If I have a bad meal at 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
for me, I say, I've ruined the day. I'm going all out. So that entire day, I am polluting myself with the worst possible food. It's like a bit of a disorder. It's like not an eating disorder, but it's a way that my body treats it. And you're right. I'm all in. When we travel to the States,
I saw it.
I'm having everything.
Every
In-N-Out,
single one.
pizza,
But
cereal.
what about your kids? Your kids, you can't put them into fast food joints every day.
They're
all
not.
day.
When we come back to Dubai, for example, they don't have any soft. They don't have soft drink. They don't
Right.
have. We
What
have
about the
greens.
slushy machine in the back?
They're allowed a slushy. I have an icy slushy machine at the back, a real one.
Yeah.
They're allowed 3 a
He
week.
gave my children 3 in a day. He's like,
Just wanted to get rid of it.
so evil.
It's a warehouse working icy machine.
I
You know
know.
that. But okay, so But when I'm like right now, I've decided to do something new, and I've never done this.
to be fair, everyone, to him, he gets up at 5 a.m.
4:30.
4:30 and sits in to perform. So you can't be tired. You kind of need sometimes, those sugar highs give you
I need something.
Energy.
But when I want to say that 70% of I feel like your body and my body are completely different in the sense of
What would give you that idea, Chris?
there's a lot. But if I eat a burger, if I have 2 days of just eating crap and not going to the gym, I, with my own eyes, can see my body change.
100%.
With some people that I know, they can go out and eat a couple of burgers, do no exercise, and they're fine. They still got that body. With me, it's the opposite. But my body also works the other way, where if I go to the gym for a couple of days and I do eat healthy, I see it sort of start to transform as well. And I think everyone has their own different body type. With me, I think, and it is 80% food. When you eat good, and I mean, like, you start looking. Do you do calorie deficit, where you work how many calories you're burning and what you're eating?
No.
Okay.
It's too complex.
So what do you
You've
do?
got to have a lifestyle. So literally, don't want to talk about him again, but Luca gives me a diet.
Yep.
And so we started off every single time I go away, especially if I've been drinking or partying, you know what I mean? Like, and I've been
Sure.
out and I've eaten rubbish. So we start with sort of a 3-day cleanse, and then 3 days no carbs. And then he just evens me out, and he gives me different kinds of things that just get rid of my sugar cravings. You've had all my desserts as well, by the way.
that was great. Yeah.
They're so good. You haven't had my
Sugar-
chocolate cake yet,
The
which is
sugar-free, dairy-free cheesecake you brought the other day was
keto,
really good.
and
yeah.
I've got done a sugar-free, dairy-free chocolate cake. It's unreal.
Yeah, they're really good.
And because I have a sweet tooth, people, so I find it really hard just to live on, greens and everything else. But he gives me diet. Everything's weighed out. And
Okay, but for people that can't afford to have a Luca in their life,
these are all online.
Okay, so what do you do? What did you eat this morning? What did you have for breakfast?
Okay, so I woke up. First of all, I like to train normally on an empty stomach, so I just took a coffee.
Okay.
But and then I came straight back, and I had scrambled eggs, and I had half a low carb bagel that I had made here at home, and a teaspoon of peanut butter on it.
Great.
It was delicious.
Very good.
Really good.
What we have for lunch?
What would I have for lunch? Now I would have, yesterday I had chicken and Greek salad and a little bit of rice.
Yeah.
And then for dinner I'll have salmon, or, it's not rocket science.
It's not. You're right. The way that I lost all my weight, they're pretty much the same thing. I was just on chicken, sweet
Vegetables,
potato,
sweet
broccoli,
potatoes, yes.
smaller amounts. And it does work. You're right. It's not rocket science. Now, there are some women and some men who have issues where you may have a thyroid problem, or you may have some hormonal things
That's
that you have to
very
look
different.
at. Yeah, but what I'm saying is some people may be doing all the right things but not dropping the weight, and that's something that you need to look at. But from, I think, both our perspective, it's freaking hard work. It is not easy.
It's constantly in my mind.
Yep.
That you have to. But I feel so much better. Don't you feel better?
I just finished a gym session,
Yeah.
40 minutes ago?
Like, I could kill
On a high.
Me too. Total high. Like, I'm gonna murder today.
Yeah, and if you're not if you are not doing if you're listening to this and you're not doing any type of physical activity, or all I can say from my point of view was, when I was going, and I do get anxiety every so often, less now than I did 5-6 years ago, but the way that I beat anxiety was going to the gym. All that built up tension, all those thoughts in my mind. As soon as I was in the gym, I'd walk out, I was a different person. And you know what?
Don't you prefer the way you look now? You look so good. You look so much younger.
100%.
You know, you look younger, you look sharper, you look, I hate to say sexier.
Thank you.
Really, that was painful.
She meant it.
I did.
No, but you know, you're right. When you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
You walk into a room, you want to go out. What I realized is I wanted to go out more. When I was fat, I didn't want to go anywhere. I wanted to stay at home and just do nothing.
We have very similar energy. Like we go into a room and it's not like it's not about being the prettiest person in the room or the best person in the room. It's just that we go in and people gravitate to us because we have very sort of outgoing, happy personalities because we are inside happy.
Yeah.
You know, look, you've got a beautiful new fiance. You know, I mean, she probably wouldn't have looked at you back then.
She wouldn't have. I showed her photos of me early on in the relationship. Like, yo, just let you know, this is how I look like, and there's a possible chance
I might end up
like this.
Well, without the cornrows, please God.
Yeah, no cornrows.
No cornrows. That was a bad day, Chris.
The hardest thing is maintaining it. And you know, you sometimes start something and you get into it all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm doing Barry's boot camp. Oh, I'm doing Soul Cycle, or I'm now doing F45. I'm on a keto diet. I'm a vegan. I'm like. Everyone,
you actually are a vegan
I'm
right
a
now.
vegan, but I'm only vegan this month. I'm just cleansing my body. But anyway, I'm on celery juice and veganism, if that's such a thing. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people, you that will never work if you keep trying to go on to.
But don't you want to look good for Brianna? I saw you
100%.
on your date night the other night. 100%. You looked like sharp.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
She looked better. I wore denim on denim. Is that okay?
Well, I only saw the top half. Thank God you hadn't done a full selfie. But Cipriani, I'm not sure denim on denim's the look.
Hey,
anyway.
Cipriani. Well, I mean, I was expecting more.
I know. You got very little for the big hefty price.
But yeah, there was. I mean, listen, Cipriani's service was amazing. This is a restaurant in Dubai. Is it from somewhere else?
Yes, it's in everywhere. It's all over the world, Chris. It's
there was no
actually
atmosphere.
very well known.
And I felt like I was on a boat. Is that what you're supposed to
Yes.
do? As soon as I walked in, I said,
seasick.
I think we're supposed to be in a boat.
I mean, can you imagine going on a date night this one? Brianna's been looking forward to this for quite a long time.
Well, you know why? You know what happened?
What?
In LA, I told her she
saw people going on dates?
All she wanted to do, and Brianna, my fiance, is she's like 6-7 years younger than me. She loves to go out. She loves to do that sort of stuff. I'm like a bit of a homebody sometimes. Anyway,
he likes to be horizontal all the time.
100% in any situation. So what happened is we go to LA and she said to me, babe, all I want is one date night. Can we go to like Catch or can we go somewhere in LA? I said, absolutely.
You didn't take her to any of those places?
We went to CVS about 28 times, Target 4 times, Ross. And at the end of the holiday, she said to me, she was all right with it. Like, she just went, hey, we ended up going on our date night. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, babe. You know, it got busy in my neck and I hurt my neck on the holiday.
You didn't take her to Catch
but
or
listen,
to like
the
any...
first week we got back to Dubai, I went and I said...
It's not the same.
I sent her a message.
We live here.
I said,
it's
date
not
night.
The same.
Date night Thursday.
Not the same.
I booked date night at 6
You
p.m.
need to fly her back
really
to Los
early.
Angeles.
No.
He did as well, by the way. They went. I couldn't understand why Cipriani was empty. He says there's no atmosphere. I'll tell you why there's no atmosphere, because he went at 6:30 in the afternoon. Nobody goes to Cipriani at 6:30. It's unless you're getting the early bird special.
I wanted to be in bed by 8:30. I was tired. But you're right. As we were leaving at 9 o'clock, the place was booming.
Heaving.
Yeah, it was.
I have to take Brianna.
But anyway,
I will do date night.
But you're right. I feel better. I feel better in my mind when I physically look better. When I feel fat or I look at myself.
Look at how she changed. You know, like even just seeing Brianna get dressed for you in those days. Like when I come over here, you're all in tracksuits. That's what you do. You've got kids. Who gives a shit? You know, who cares? And then like I noticed, you know, the hair was all curly and all this. And she is a young woman. Like she's a young woman. She wants that stuff.
Yeah, I need to make sure. I acknowledge that as well. Like I've got to make sure that I may be in a different time.
Yes.
In my life,
Slightly.
where I just want to like,
yes,
and well, I work a lot, and when I'm working,
we all do, Chris.
But I know, but like when I do have that free time, I like
just set the candles, get sexy nights on.
Chill. But I've got to really, being in a relationship, you really need to understand what each other wants, and I know that. And
she's
she does
a young
that,
girl,
and she does that for me.
She want this stuff.
Yeah, but she does that for me. Like she knows what I like, and so I said to the same thing. I said, oh, you know, I think that's really important. Talking about what's important. Straight after this, I am going to Cosmosurge, who are the proud sponsors of this podcast.
I can just see your stubbly legs now.
Yeah, I'm going to go get laser. So I'm gonna get I do laser my upper body, my arms. I want to talk about
What about your manscaping?
no, but the laser technique, the guy that does it,
He offered it, I know.
man, he really wants to get in there. He keeps going. Do you want to laser your your private
it's
parts? I said,
so-
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right, thanks.
It's so awkward.
I
It's so
couldn't-
awkward.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't have another guy.
It's just so, I've had women, but it's just so awkward. It's just,
Is it awkward for women?
oh, it's awful. It's awful.
So, like, do you?
I just try and be really cool. I'm like, yeah, just whip them down before they've asked.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go, I'm ready.
Someone said to me the other day, he goes, you always do laser hair removal. It mustn't be working.
You are so hairy. Do you know how much work this takes?
Oh my
How many
God.
hours is
I
it?
was like, if I show you, if I can get a photo, I don't think I got it right now, but I will find a photo of how hairy my body was. It is. I'm Lebanese. I'm Arab. It was baboonish. Like it was like, what is that coming down the street?
I've got like fluffy, like little
But
fluff.
You got nothing.
No, but like little, they're like blonde, I guess.
So do you care about body hair on a man? If a man has a really hairy back, is that a turn-off factor?
You would not be in my bed.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. Hi, Jim.
He doesn't have a hairy back.
Does he have a hairy chest? What from your point of view? What
No.
do you like?
I like clean, but I don't mind hairy legs.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I just don't want a sweater. I don't want to get into bed and slide across a bed of hair.
Give him a kiss. You got a fur ball. Sorry, babe. No. Yeah, I get that.
No, I just can't. But I don't mind a little bit of hair, but no hair on the back. It's very important. No hair on the back.
I really admire men though who have a fur coat on the back, like, and they, you see these guys at the beach who you think are wearing a t-shirt, and then when you walk closer, or you think they've got tattoos all over their body, and then you just get closer, it's just hair.
No, but none of them are happy with it, Chris. I can
Well,
assure you.
but
They've all been to try and have it taken off.
proudly walking.
They're not proudly
Clipper
walking
it.
anywhere.
They could
They're
just
not-
clipper it.
Oh, they could clipper it. That's a good question. They are proudly. I've
No,
never thought
they
about
don't
that.
care. They honestly don't care. That's what I mean. Like, there are some men who obviously it might be cultural or whatever, but like they're like, I don't care.
Well,
I
culture
sometimes
is a big hairy back.
saying like Middle Eastern men are very hairy.
Are they?
So So you grow up with, you go to the beaches in Lebanon, for example. Back in the day, there were just hairy men everywhere, and I think that was attractive to some women.
Right, must avoid Lebanon.
No, some they're saying no. But okay, from a girl's point, from my point of view, and this may
From the girl's point of view or your point of view,
My
Chris?
point of view.
You are
The
determined
girl-
to come out on this
the
show.
girl that
So
I find very attractive.
has a lot of hair.
No, her name is it Radikowski?
Oh, Emily, there's no way that woman has hair. Oh, she likes hairy armpits. She
There's
has
a
hairy armpits.
yeah, and like
Yeah, what does that do for you?
for me? Like, and you know what? Like,
She's
good
so
on you.
hot you don't care.
No, I do care.
You do
so
care, yeah.
I'm all for women growing their armpit hair, and I'm all whatever you want. You do what you want. Free will. But just want to tell you from my point of view,
Don't come.
Emily Radikowski. Is that her name?
Yeah, you've lost your chance.
Just that
Chris
photo.
Fade
Yeah.
is closed off for
We
you
out.
now.
We're done. I'm sorry,
Done.
honey.
Peace out. You were in, but now you're
To
out.
be honest, maybe I wouldn't say no.
I was about to say,
like-
but the thing is, she's grown it all there, but there's no way with the bikini she wears there's anything down there. So,
Right?
Yeah.
But have you ever grown your armpit hair?
For what? To see if I can? No.
Do it. Let's do an experiment. Can Caroline Stanbury still grow her armpit hair?
And my moustache?
Do you have a moustache?
No, I don't have a moustache. Do I have a moustache? It's blonde. I've got blonde face hair.
No, you're
Like,
all right.
what's it
But
called?
again,
Peaches?
women, and again, I've learned this from Instagram and my radio co-host, Pretty Malik, like they actually have facial hair. She does laser on her face.
She's going to stab you for this
No, she
conversation.
says it on the radio. She's okay with it.
She is?
No, because
No woman is
she's
okay with
Indian.
it.
She's Indian, and
Yeah.
and what I've learned living in Dubai.
So basically, Pretty Malik has a beard. This is
no,
what, like,
if it wasn't lasered though, there
she
is
would have one.
there is a lot of hair that comes on. A lot of women have facial hair. You may not get it because you're
No, I have
white
like peach.
British.
What's it called? Peach fuzz, like where your little baby hairs.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
not
this
it.
new thing that we've actually just gone to do called dermablading. But again, you can only laser dark hair, so I can't laser my face. So what they have now for women with like peach fuzz, and it's amazing because it takes the top layer of your skin off, and it also makes your makeup go so nicely on, and it gets rid of those little baby hairs. Like I have baby hairs all over my body of white, and and your skin feels amazing. It's called dermaplating, which is it's like a little razor, but it's not like a man razor. You know, it's like one knife, and you don't want to try this at home unless you've been taught, people.
Wow.
But that's quite good for it. But what else?
I mean, just facial. Can I ask women's eyebrows? What's going on there? There seems to be this fad
threading
where people want to brush their eyebrows so
bushy.
high.
Why are you looking at me when you say that? I do it, but what's the
No, your
too
eyebrows
big?
are fine, but there's some girls that are like it's I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, do you remember when they just used to be these tiny little thin lines?
Yeah, but is there a fad for having thicker eyebrows now?
Absolutely.
How are girls? I saw this girl on Instagram the other day. She went into the before picture. She had really no eyebrows, and then she came out and she had like this really cool eyebrow.
Tattooing.
No, it wasn't tattoo. It was like hair. I could see hair. Is there a way of
Not
putting
in
hair
an hour.
Microblading? What is it called?
Yeah, it's a little tattoo, but they look like hair.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's really clever. Because a lot of women back in the day overplucked their eyebrows and they didn't grow them back. So now there's this whole microblading thing where they can tattoo them.
Okay.
But back to laser for men, Chris. We're getting way off track here. So lasering hair on men and women, first of all, it's quite painful.
It is really painful. I've got tattoos, and I would rather get a tattoo than do laser hair removal. But there's a machine, and I'm going to say it, and it's at Cosmasurge.
Oh yeah, the one you love, the ice one.
It's called a soprano ice machine.
Soprano ice machine for all of you wheedling boys like Chris.
It is by far 60 to 70% less painful than any other machine that I've tried. It's effective. It's not as effective as the other ones, but it's still effective. But it's not painful. You can sit there and get it done, and it's quicker. So it's called a soprano ice machine. It's around the world, wherever you're listening to us from. It is painful. It's not cheap, but I used to shave my back and my front area before I'd go to the pool or whatever. And it used to just cause irritation and ingrowns, and I couldn't be bothered. And so, like, this has really changed my life.
Your
my
legs do look silky smooth.
Yeah, my legs are, see, like, they're growing back now. But people always go, some guys are like, what's wrong with you? Why do you shave your legs for? You're a man.
Oh, by the way, let's talk about that for a second. Why do men in the gym do that all the time? Why have they got, like, no hair on their legs? It's meant to make you run faster, more aerodynamic?
I think you do it in the gym mainly because, you tan up and then you look better. Like, you start to see your muscles. Like, if I grow my hair, you don't see anything on my legs. Like, my legs don't look anything. But when you shave it off, I feel lighter and I feel like I've lost some weight, and I may have it. But you get to see, I start to see my definition in my calves that I'm working on, or my whatever it is, So I think that's why a lot of guys do it. And, it may be a little bit too much, and some men don't understand it, and that's fine. But it's...
The world's gone mad. Absolutely mad. I swear, like, before we used to have, like, women, we were allowed to have a bit of hair down there. Now we can't have anything. I mean, the whole world has gone crazy. It's like any hair on you, get rid of it.
Yeah, but funny enough, with men, beards are the big thing where people are growing their big, those big beards. Those what do they call it? What do they call those type of guys?
Chris Fade?
No, I forget now. Don't you? Hipsters, like a hipster beard.
Oh my god!
Do you know what I mean? Like
my god, I love you so much.
Why?
Because you're on the radio and you should know what a hipster is.
Yeah, that's a hipster beard. I should have known the word quicker. You're saying?
You should have known it way faster.
Thanks. She's always got my back.
It's okay.
Do you like a hipster beard?
No.
Okay, awesome. Do you prefer a guy with or without a beard? Bit of stubble?
Bit of stubble.
I feel like you're just a bit of stubble person.
Yeah.
Light stubble?
Yeah, God knows what I'd find in there.
It's clean.
Protected area.
I shampoo, condition, and straighten my beard every day, just to let
Do
you know.
you?
Yep.
Oh.
So I shampoo it. Well, a man's beard is dirtier than a toilet seat. Statistic that is real. So men, if you have a beard, and women, if you know men with beards, make sure they wash it in the morning. I shampoo it, and then I condition it. Let the conditioner sit for 5 minutes.
Oh my God, I'm just taking that all in. I feel totally violated by that.
Yep, and then I'll film it one day. I'll let you see it. And then
no need.
Why not? I think we'll go viral on Instagram. Men, you don't see a lot of men like you see all the girls on the Instagram with their makeup tutorials. I'm going to do a beard tutorial, shampooing it. But it's really, really important. Okay, it's good to know. I always wonder like beard or not to beard, for girls. But I think it really depends on what the girl's into.
What about no hair?
No hair? I'm fine with whatever. I'm not going to be... Beggars can't be choosers.
He hasn't thought about it.
No, I have. I really don't mind. I
If you had a
think
preference.
just a little. Just a little.
No, Farrah Fawcett, 70s
No.
version.
No, just a little's fine. Yeah, you don't want to be like,
Lost in a jungle.
yeah, that's correct.
This makes Chris so uncomfortable.
It does.
You've got 2 girls in the house, 3
Where are
now.
my daughters, where are
Yeah,
they?
they're
not
next door.
around,
Don't
are
worry, they can't hear.
Well, that's one thing. Can I ask some advice?
Yeah, go for
Because
it.
you've got an older daughter. I've got 2
Yeah.
young girls. One of them came up to me and she's like, "Daddy, I've got hair. She's getting hair on her legs, like any."
How old is she?
She's just turned 10. She's
So
like,
young,
she said,
not too
"Can
yet."
I take it off?" And I said, "Absolutely not." And then I thought to myself, well, do you when do
If she
you start
wants to get
shaving?
rid of it.
When do you start shaving?
I don't know. I think 10's quite young, but
Yeah, I
then,
know.
but then I think, you know what, if it bothers her and she's going to school, you know, then if she's noticed it, because my daughter didn't notice it till later, and she's got dark hair.
Yeah.
And then, but I guess you should let her if she's asked.
Well, I don't think it's not a lot of hair. Like it's not like
course not.
I see some kids
You
where
have to teach her, because how is she, you know, she can really cut herself with a...
yeah, I mean, I'll teach her. But what I'm saying is, like, some kids, when I see some kids, I'm like, whoa, man, like, how do the parents not shave their legs, you know? Or
That would be my daughter.
is it? No, but like, I wonder. I'm like, you know,
She'll hate me.
if it did look a little bit like, wow, you can really see it, I'd probably say, you know what, baby, let's do it.
Yeah.
Whatever you feel comfortable with. But you know, I
If
just
it's
wasn't
just
sure.
baby
I feel like, yeah,
hairs,
it's sort of still baby hair.
Then
but
I
it's-
would let it, tell her to leave it.
Okay.
I think just another year, 11.
And she just turned 10. You know.
Yeah,
a
I
couple
think
of
it's
months.
too young.
Okay.
It's like, because it's a routine she's going to have to get into.
Okay.
And if she doesn't need it right now, you know, like, I totally agree. If you've got long dark hair on your legs, and some girls do, little girls do,
Yeah.
then of course, you know, because they get teased at school and there's so many other reasons. And, you know, they see adults doing all this stuff and everything. But like, I think at 10, it's just that little bit too soon.
All right. Well, listen, we're on YouTube. Comment if you're watching this. Please comment below. Tell us what you think about anything that we've spoken about, or just leave a comment on the podcast. If you love it, if you hate it, whatever it is, leave a comment. If you're following us on any of the platforms, please DM us on Instagram. It's Chris and Caroline. It's Kris and Caroline. That is our podcast. Send us messages. We get a bunch of messages. And actually, what we spoke about today came from the messages that we got on Instagram just last week.
We're really being led by you. And actually, what I really want to get into is the more male-female, because I've got him now. So I like the difference between our views.
Yeah, we have totally different views, though, which is
It
good.
was really good.
Yeah, it is good.
So we'll even each other out.
right.
Sometimes we'll agree, sometimes we just won't.
Which is fine. All right. You cool?
Yeah.
Congratulations again on the front cover of the magazine in Turkey.
Alem. Yeah.
What's
the
it called?
biggest magazine in the whole of wherever we are.
Wherever,
Turkey.
Yeah.
Alem.
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 Well done. You look absolutely smashing.
Thank you.
Caroline Stanbury. My name's Chris Spade. It's the Not So Epic podcast. Subscribe, send it. We'll see you soon.
Ciao.
It's Chris Spade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmesurge. Head to cosmesurge.com.